If you think there's nothing to do in Newcastle and Lawrence County, then think again. Always stay connected to NCTV45 to receive the information on events going on in and around the area on a daily basis. Programs to view are NewsWatch, The Morning Show, and Community Happenings. NCTV45 takes pride in bringing you the event and organization info that you want. NCTV45 is the #1 media source locally. NCTV45, anytime on your time.
Entrusting your loved one to a funeral director is a very personal and emotional decision. The funeral director you choose must understand the importance of the decision you have made. When you call the William and Roger DeCarbo Funeral Home, I recognize what a privilege it is to be chosen at your time of need. We will provide you and your family with the best service possible, with sincerity and compassion.
The William and Roger DeCarbo Funeral Home, family owned and operated since 1941.
Butts Flowers and Gifts offers top quality flower arrangements and gifts for any occasion. The pros at Butts Flowers and Gifts provide exceptional customer service, and each bouquet is hand arranged. Stop in and check out their wide selection of gift baskets and plants. They provide flower delivery service locally to Newcastle, Bessemer, Edinburgh, New Wilmington, West Pittsburgh, and across the nation. It's Butts Flowers at 120 East Washington Street in downtown Newcastle. Call 724-652-7727 or toll free 1-800-443-7726. NCTV45, The Train, anytime on your time.
Welcome to NewsWatch, where we give you all the news, views, and things you need to know. This in from State Representative Aaron Bernstein. Politician in Harrisburg just pulled a fast one on you to protect their jobs. Term limits, reducing the size of the legislature, and eliminating perks is more important than ever. So he sent in this video. We're going to take a look.
Hey guys, it's State Representative Aaron Bernstein. I just got off the House floor a couple minutes ago. It is about 9:30 or so. Wanted to give you an update on what transpired. So I had talked a lot, and I know that many of you have talked to me about reducing the size of the legislature, and that is extremely important. You know, I think we have too many politicians in the world, and less politicians, especially here in Pennsylvania, is a good thing. So I'm going to pick fewer politicians over more politicians every single day. But I want you to understand what actually happened as it deals just upstairs. And I tell you, I've been doing this job for about a year. This was one of the most despicable things that I've seen so far. So what has happened, or let me explain to you how this actually works. The legislature, both the House and the Senate, needs to vote on the exact same bill 2 sessions in a row. So last session it passed. It reduced the House of Representatives from 203 members to 151. Now, that passed the House and it passed the Senate. There was no changes to the number of senators. We went to pass that same bill again in the House. There's several amendments that come up. People always, you reject those amendments because, once again, you had to have the exact same the exact same piece of legislation passed as happened last term. Guess what they did? They went and they added an amendment to it. But here's the crime behind all this. They didn't add an amendment. The reason they added the amendment was because they don't want this to happen, and they don't want you, the voters, to have an opportunity to vote on this. Now, here's the worst part about this. You talk about politics. This is political crap. Total political garbage. What happened was they went and they said, well, we're going to vote to reduce the size of the Senate as well. Because if the House is going to reduce, then we want the Senate to be reduced as well. Makes sense, but we already talked about the fact that before, the exact same bill has to be passed both sessions. So, you want to talk about absolutely hypocritical bullcrap? Here it is. Several of these people right here that voted against, by the way, somebody just said term limits. Gerald Radiker, you're absolutely right. We need those term limits now more than ever. So the same people that voted for this amendment because they don't want you to have the right to reduce the number of representatives, then they're the same people that are saying that we should not be reducing it in total. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And I tell you, this is the kind of thing right here why people are disgusted with politicians. This is it. So they played a game right here. So they'll go get reelected and say that, hey, we actually did vote and we wanted to decrease the size of the Senate as well. But they don't want to do either one. And all they want is more of your money, more of the per diems, and more of every single thing else that comes along with a perk job. So just remember, next time you vote for people, don't vote for people that don't term limit themselves, and stop voting for people that do this kind of crap. I hope you're as disgusted as I am with it. It's absolutely ridiculous. This is why people don't trust politicians. This is why people don't trust Harrisburg. This is why people don't trust Washington, D.C. And when I saw that what just happened upstairs, you have the absolute right reason to think like that. So, you know what? At the end of the day, people can, we're going to be straight shooting every single time. We're just going to tell the truth, and we're going to let people know what actually happens in the nonsense that happens so politicians can hide behind stuff. And I'm not going to condone it. I'm not going to condone it here in Harrisburg. I'm not going to condone it at home. And that's just where I stand on it, and I hope you do too. God bless you. Have a great night. You can probably sense my frustration with it. I hope you're as frustrated as I am. This is why we got to start electing real leaders that stand up and don't play political games, because it's your money. End of the story. God bless you. Have a good night.
Now, when we get back, a whole bunch more right after this. Today's program was furnished by a grant from the Beanery Depot and Deli, featuring coffee, made-to-order subs, and snacks. The Beanery Depot and Deli in Mahoningtown. If you're having a party, then Keystone Specialty is the place you need to go. Yes, they have every party supply that you can imagine. Planning that wedding, that graduation, or maybe it's just that big game that's coming up, go to Keystone Specialty. Party supplies and so much more. Remember, they have those fall decorations, winter, spring, and summer. It's Keystone Specialty on the south side of Newcastle, Mill Street.
If you're craving hot dogs and more, and you're in the area, then look no farther than Coney Island, downtown Newcastle on Kennedy Square.
Once again to NCTV45, and this in from the Department of Conservation and Natural Resources in Pennsylvania. The DCNR invites applicants for environmental careers camp. Young Pennsylvanians interested in pursuing environmental careers are invited to apply April 15th for the Department of Conservation and Natural Resources Summer Residential Camp. DCNR Secretary Cindy Adams Dunn said today, Exploring Careers Outdoor Camp has become one of DCNR's strongest success stories since beginning 17 years ago. Said Dunn, we have successfully worked with hundreds of young people to hone their awareness of the natural world and the variety of related careers available to them. The 6-day camp begins Sunday, July 8th at Camp Kearsarge in Whitehaven, Luzerne County. The camp is near Nesso-Peacock State Park, about 10 miles north of Whitehaven. And I'm going to give you a phone number to contact them if you're interested. Please call 717-705-2225 and get back to nature. We're going to get back to these sponsors, and we'll be right back after this.
Chuck Tanner would be proud of the restaurant that bears his name. Chuck Tanner's Restaurant, owned and operated by the Papazikas family, would love for you to be part of a Newcastle tradition. Come enjoy the great breakfast, super lunch, and second-to-none dinner choices from their Italian, Mediterranean, and American cuisine. You can relax with a wonderful atmosphere and something from the bar. If you're planning an event, ask about their banquet facility. Tanner's Restaurant is located at 2305 Wilmington Road in Neshannock Township. Call 724-658-5900.
This program furnished by a grant from May Landscaping and Lawn Service. Affordable prices, no job too big or small, general and skilled labor. May Landscaping.
The Cedars is a great restaurant with outstanding Mediterranean food. The Cedars takeout menu is second to none, featuring pizza, stromboli, hoagies, their famous lamb on the rod, and so much more. So when you're hungry and you want that Newcastle taste, make it Cedars. Now it's in Newcastle, 827 Addis Street on the east side, and call Cedars 724-658-9260.
Welcome to the Cedar Sports Report, everybody. Let's get into tonight's notable matchups. In college basketball, we have the Maryland Terrapins going up to Happy Valley to take on local favorite Penn State Nittany Lions. We also have the St. John's Red Storm traveling to Villanova to take on the number 1 ranked Villanova Wildcats, and the St. John Storms are hoping for an upset. We also have number 2 Virginia traveling to Florida State for an ACC matchup. And also in the ACC, we have the Wake Forest Demon Deacons traveling to number 25 Miami Hurricanes. Let's keep it in basketball, but let's switch it over to the NBA. In the NBA, notable matchups: the Houston Rockets traveling to the Miami Heat. The Minnesota Timberwolves taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. We also have the Utah Jazz traveling to Memphis to take on the Grizzlies. And we also have the San Antonio Spurs traveling to take on the Phoenix Suns. Let's switch it over to NHL hockey. In the NHL, we have the Nashville Predators traveling to Toronto to take on the Maple Leafs. We also have the Boston Bruins traveling to New York to take on the Rangers. And lastly, we have the Edmonton Oilers traveling to take on the Los Angeles Kings tonight. Well, that's it, everybody, for the Cedar Sports Report, and let's take a timeout. And now a word from our sponsors.
Gentlemen, if you want to look your best with high-quality clothing, then I recommend Main Street Clothiers and Custom Tailors in downtown Newcastle. Mike Caggiano is the owner, and he and his staff have been in the business for decades, and they will always give you the right recommendations. They also carry Rondinelli tuxedos. That's Main Street Clothiers and Custom Tailors, 210 East Washington Street, downtown Newcastle. Call 724-652-3851.
Today's programming is brought to you by NCTV45 and NC Radio 450, Newcastle's community television station. Tuscany Square Restaurant, 3470 Wilmington Road, where old world charm meets today's modern conveniences. You'll enjoy their spacious, comfortable seating, their fresh ingredients that go into making every dish, whether it's pizza or that just right entree. Tuscany Square Restaurant, they're here to serve you. Call 724-654-3065. A special thanks to the YMCA for caring about the Lawrence County community and providing funding for this program. Reminder, this is in from John Bertolito. The Union Boosters will hold their monthly meeting Wednesday, February 7th at 7 p.m. The next meeting will be held in the high school cafeteria. They are finalizing the night at the races, so please bring tickets, unsold tickets, horse and jockey forms, etc. And let's not forget that. Now, we'll be right back in a flash. Hello, folks. Angelo Perrotta for Ferrone Brothers. Wow, you have to try their food. Great Italian food, and on the south side on Mill Street, Ferrone Brothers for pepperoni rolls, pizza, any Italian dish that you can imagine. Okay, and a whole lot more. It's Ferrone Brothers. Stop by, they have those daily specials, and they look forward to seeing you. Tell them NCTV45 sent you. Funding for this program furnished by Mary's Turner's Day Spa, Wilmington Road, Neshannock Township, Newcastle.
There's more than meets the eye. You gotta give them a Newcastle a try. The right small town for living. Look around.
NCTV45, The Train. Anytime on your time.
Welcome back. Now, that's going to do it for this edition of NewsWatch. Morning NewsWatch, Sunrise NewsWatch, coming at you bright and early. You know, there's one thing that you've been doing that's been utterly fantastic, as we've had another record-breaking month. You've been telling a friend about NCTV45. You've been donating using the donate button on our website, and you've been going to those great sponsors. For all of that, I say thanks. And one other thing. Tell a friend, and have a friend tell a friend about NCTV45. They'll be glad you did. And by all means, make sure you get that second cup of coffee and have a super day in what I call the greatest castle in the world, in the county of Lawrence. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you again later on.